Welcome, Brickhouse students, to class today on this Tuesday the 13th. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're ready to learn some math today. Let's go ahead and get started with the announcements for today. Here we go. First of all, you will have a test on Friday. Please make sure you study hard. Make sure you're ready for this test. And we will have a test on Friday. Go ahead and turn your homework in, please. I'm still getting homework assignments turned in without a name. Would you please pause right now and make sure your name is written on your homework, okay? So go ahead and turn your homework in from yesterday, page 907, numbers 1 through 73, every other odd, okay? Go ahead and turn those in now at this time. Moving on. Remember, if you miss a day of class, it is totally your job to go to this website and watch the video. If you ever come into class and we are taking a test or a quiz, you will take that test or quiz, even if you've been absent, okay? So please keep that in mind. Incompletes, here we go. Let's see, I gave this assignment last Wednesday. Hold on one second, please. There we go. So Joel, I need to turn this in by Friday, please, okay? Please turn this assignment in by Friday. Quiz number 9, Joel, must be taken by Friday. And then this past Friday, I gave this assignment here, and Joel and Gus, I did not get that yesterday from you guys. You have until Friday to turn that in, or it will become a 0, a permanent 0. So any questions, men, don't hesitate to call me or email, okay? All right, continuing on. Schedule. We have notes only today. Notes only. The video today is 32 minutes and 38 seconds. We will be looking at inverse matrices today. By the time the video is paused at different times and the intro video is over, it will take most of the class period. If you don't finish the video in class, you students may choose. You may finish it tonight if you would like, or you may finish it tomorrow in class. That is totally up to you, but you guys decide, and I would like everybody doing the same thing. Okay, continuing on. The instructional video for today is inverse of a matrix. Okay, inverse of a matrix. So that is the video you will watch today. Okay, let's, for real this time, go over your quizzes from Friday. So if they've not been passed back yet, go ahead and pass those out. Joel, I do need you to leave the room, please. So Joel, if you'll step out of the room, let's go ahead and pause the video until he does that. And then please, students, listen carefully. Mrs. Gallant, please listen carefully. I need you to recollect these quizzes and keep them until Joel's taken the quiz. So, students, when I'm done going over the quiz, please turn this back into Mrs. Gallant, okay? Alright, thank you. Excuse me for yawning, and here we go. It's about 2:50 in the morning. I was up watching the football game tonight, and so I'm definitely trying to stay awake here. Alright, first of all, guys, no one missed number 1 in the quiz. No one. So I'm not going to rework that one. Some of you actually missed numbers 2 and 3. So let's take a look at this, okay? Here we go. Alright, now, we take this matrix here and rewrite it. We take this system here and we write it as an augmented matrix. 2, 2, 6, 3, 16, 7, okay? Now remember, we want to get a 0 right here. So I'm going to multiply this top row by -1 and then add down and change the bottom row. So the top row is going to stay the same. So -2, add that down, you get a 0. -6, add it down, you get a -3. -16, add it down, you get a -9. Okay? Now next, we want to have a 1 here and a 1 here. So I'm going to divide this row by 2. I'm going to divide this row here by -3. So here we go. 1, 3, 8, and then 0, 1, 3. Alright, so you have these equations. Right here we have 1y equals 3, or in other words, y equals 3. And then here we have 1x plus 3y equals 8. So where the y is, I'll put a 3. X plus 9, 3 times 3 equals 8. So x equals a -1. So my answer is -1 comma 8, okay? Let's make sure that's right. -2. found your mistake, okay? If you did not, look this over, watch it again, whatever you need to do. But please really look for your mistakes, okay? Alright, number 3. Alright, number 3. Well, let's go ahead and make our augmented matrix. So 3, negative 1, 1, 2, negative 2 actually. 1, negative 1, 1, 2, negative 4, 15, negative 10, 14. Let's check this real quick and make sure it's right. 3, negative 2, 1, 15, negative 1, 1, 2, negative 10, 1, negative 1, negative 4, 14. I encourage you students to always check your work on these, okay? Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and slide this up a little bit to get some more room. That's not going to help any, so never mind. Okay, here we go. Well, I want to get a 0 right here, okay? So I'm going to multiply this line here by 3, which will give me a negative 3, okay? And then I'm going to add down, okay? I'm going to add down, so actually, I think it'd be easier to do this. It looks like if I just take this row here and add up, I'll get a 0 right here, so that's what I'm going to do. So, the top row is going to stay the same. The bottom row is going to stay the same. And I'm going to add this row up so I get a 0, 0, negative 4 plus 2 is negative 2, 14, negative 10 is 4. Now look what happened, guys. I got 2 zeros here, and some of you might kind of freak out and say, oh no, what am I going to do? Well, guys, look, you can always swap rows. And don't I want to have 2 zeros down here in the third row? Anyways, sure I do. So just swap these 2 rows. I'm going to put 0, 0, negative 2, 4 in the bottom, and then put 1, negative 1, negative 4, 14 right here, okay? That's totally great. And then 3, negative 2, 1, 15. Now next, I want to have a 0 right here, right here. So I'm going to multiply this row here times a negative 3, and then add this first row down to the middle row. So I'm going to change the middle row. So the top row stays 3, negative 2, 1, 15. The bottom row is 0, 0, negative 2, 4. And then we're going to change the middle row. So negative 3, add down, I get a 0. Positive 3, add down, I get a 1. Positive 12, add down, I get 13. And then positive negative 3 would be negative 42. And a positive 15 would be negative 27. Alright. Now I'm looking really good, students. So let's go ahead and do this. I usually like to have ones right here, but to be honest with you, that's really, I can actually stop right here if I want to and just do this. I can say that I have one equation that looks like this. One equation that looks like this. And then one equation that looks like this. And that's definitely sufficient, okay? So here we go. For z, divide both sides by negative 2, and z equals negative 2. So there's my z answer, negative 2. Alright, now let's just come over here and put a negative 2 for z. So y plus 13 times negative 2 equals negative 27. 13 times 2 is a negative 26. Bring your negative 26 over to the right side, make it positive, and y equals 1. Now let's come over here. We have 3x, and then where the y is right here, I'm going to put a 1. So negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. Where the z is, I'm going to put a negative 2. So a positive negative is a negative 2. Equals 15, okay? Now, let's see here. 3x negative 4 equals 15. Something's not right here because this should be coming out to a whole number, I believe. Let's see, y should be a negative 1 right here. Negative 1. There we go. Bring the negative 26 over, make a positive negative 1. This should be a negative 1. So that gives you a positive 2 right there. Sorry about that. So what I really have then is simply a negative 2 and a positive 2 is 0. So 3x equals 15 divided by 3 and x equals 5. So there we go right here. Okay? Alright, very good. Okay, moving on to our last problem on the quiz. I hope I'm not going too fast. If I am, please pause the video. And also, students, remember, I'm doing this to help you, so please really pay attention, okay? Alright, I'm going to go ahead and grab my calculator and type this matrix into my calculator. Students, so let's see what we have here. Hold on 1 second here. 3. Okay, let me check this real quick. 2, 4, 8, 0, negative 3, negative 9, 3, 7, 15, 3, 5, 9. Okay, students, now, when I type this in, here's what I'm getting out on my calculator, okay? I'm getting out, of course, 1, 1, 1. No, actually, I'm getting a 0 here. A 0, 0, 0. And then a 0 right here. And then a 0 here. And then a 3 halves here. And a 3 halves here. And then a 1 here. And a negative 1/3. And a positive 1/3. So students, please listen, okay? Here's what I have. I have x plus 3 halves c equals 3 halves. I get that from right here. X, c, constant term. Then from the second row right here, I have y minus 1/3 c equals 1/3. And of course here I have all zeros, so I know I have infinite solutions. Well, the first thing I've taught you to do, students, is put c in, a in for c. So where c is right here, I'm going to put a. So c equals a. So now I have y minus 1/3 times a equals 1/3. Bring the negative 1/3 over and make it positive. Y equals 1/3 a plus 1/3, okay? So there's your y answer. 1/3 a plus 1/3. But the key to this, students, is always taking c first and setting c equal to a. Now, if you look, students, I have another equation that has just an x and a c. So where c is, I'm going to put what? A. So x plus 3 halves a equals 3 halves. So x equals negative 3 halves a plus 3 halves. And of course that will go right up here. Okay, students, so hopefully going over this quiz has been a help, okay? That's it for today. Go ahead and start your video on inverse matrices. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to call or email.